Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Before your phone lights up, before the noise of the world finds you, there is a sacred moment, a moment where the heart is quiet enough to be heard. What if I told you that in those first 30 seconds of your morning, you could invite blessings into your day, just by whispering a few powerful words? Around the world right now, people are waking up under very different skies. A young mother in Palestine, her home damaged, whispers this dua before comforting her child. A student in Jakarta, anxious about final exams, begins his day with this same dua, and later that week finds unexpected ease. A man in Sudan who lost everything starts each morning with it, and feels peace even amid the struggle. This dua isn't just about asking, it's about aligning. It's a declaration of faith, a surrender of fear, and a spark that ignites your day with divine purpose. And once you start, you'll never want to begin your morning without it again. Have you tried reciting a morning dua? Let us know how it made you feel in the comments. Was there a shift in your heart, your thoughts, your day? Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video, because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you, and good video. The powerful morning dua and its meaning Arabic. Allahumma inni usbihtu ushhiduk. وأشهد حملة عرشك وملائكتك وجميع خلقك أنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك وأن محمدا عبدك ورسولك. Transliteration. اللهم إني أسبحت أشهدك وأشهد حمالة عرشك وملائكتك وجميع خلقك أنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك وأن محمدا عبدك ورسولك. Now, let's go deeper. This dua is not just words. It's a daily declaration of purpose and identity, spoken in the early morning when your soul is most receptive. Allahumma inni asbahtu ushiduka. O Allah, I have entered the morning. You are acknowledging the sacredness of a new day. You didn't wake by accident. This is a divine invitation to witness life once again. وأشهد حملة عرشك وملائكتك وجميع خلقك. I call to witness you, the bearers of your throne, your angels, and all of creation. It's not just a personal reminder. You're calling the entire cosmic order to witness your faith. It's like saying, let all the angels, every soul, and every atom of existence know, I believe. Anaka antallahu la ilaha illa anta. That you are Allah, there is no God but you, the essence of Tawheed. In a world full of distractions and idols, money, ego, status, you're recentering your heart on the one. Wahdaka la sharka laka. You are alone, without partner. A rejection of all false dependencies. It's a reminder, you don't need to rely on people, status, or outcomes, just Allah. Wa anna Muhammadan abduka wa rasuluk. And Muhammad is your servant and messenger. You affirm your connection to the Prophet, peace be upon him, that you're part of his ummah, that your morning and your life will reflect his legacy. Why is this powerful? Because when you say this dua, you're not just speaking, you're testifying. It's a spiritual contract you renew every single morning. And with every sincere recitation, you invite divine clarity, protection, and purpose into your life. Would you like us to make a printable card or phone wallpaper with this dua and meaning? Comment yes if you would use it. Real-world story plus Quran connection. Every dua has a ripple. Sometimes it moves mountains. Sometimes it simply brings peace to a trembling heart. But one thing is certain. When you call on Allah with sincerity, something shifts. Let me share with you two real stories unfolding in our world right now, and then tie them to timeless Quranic moments that mirror the same faith, same surrender, and same transformation. Story 1. The refugee from Jordan, Samiha, a 41-year-old widow from Syria, lives in a cramped refugee camp near Amman, Jordan. Her life was stripped to the barest threads. No home, no husband, and her 2 sons traumatized by war. But Samiha began each morning with this powerful dua. At dawn, even when the air was cold and her tent shook with wind, she would whisper, Allahumma inni asbahtu ushiduka. She didn't ask for a mansion. She didn't even ask for relief. She just bore witness. Every single morning. 3 months ago, she received the unexpected. An acceptance letter from a Canadian resettlement program after 2 years of silence. Samiha said through tears, I knew Allah hadn't forgotten me. I just had to keep reminding myself of that every morning. Story 2. The student in India, Rajib, 22, recently reverted to Islam while studying in Hyderabad. Caught between his new identity and his academic stress, he felt torn. Then he stumbled on this morning dua. I didn't even know how to pronounce it at first, he said, but I learned it slowly. And when I started reciting it every morning, I felt like my days had structure, like Allah was walking with me into the exam room. Not only did he pass with flying colors, but he also found a community of support among other Muslims at his campus, simply because he had the courage to declare his faith first to Allah each morning. Quranic Connection 1. Zakaria, Asal, Surah Maryam. Prophet Zakaria, Asali, an old man, childless, still began each morning turning to Allah in whispering dua. Despite his age and his wife's barrenness, he hoped. His prayer was gentle, full of longing, but never in doubt. My Lord, grant me from yourself a good offspring. Indeed, you are the hearer of supplication. Quran 3:38. And the response came with divine speed. Yahya, us, a miracle child, born in old age, a prophet in his own right. Quranic Connection 2. Yunus, Esias. Swallowed by the whale alone in the darkest pit of the sea, Yunus, Esis, cried out, not in panic, but in realization. La ilaha illa anta, subhanaka, inni kuntu minaz zalimin. There is no God but you, glory be to you. I was indeed among the wrongdoers. Quran 21:87. That confession, that humble return, was his salvation. Just like this morning dua, it's a return. It's saying, I bear witness, I believe, I surrender. And Allah rescued him not just from the whale, but from himself. Whether you're a mother in crisis or a student at a crossroads, this dua holds the power to anchor your soul. Which story moved you the most, Zachariah's or Yunus's? Tell us in the comments, and we'll make a full video about your choice. The science behind morning rituals. Did you know your body wakes up with a spike of cortisol, a hormone linked to stress? That's why mornings often feel rushed, anxious, or even overwhelming before the day has truly begun. But science also tells us this. How you spend the first 20 minutes of your day sets the emotional tone for the next 16 hours. Now imagine starting that day, not with doom scrolling, not with emails, but with Dhikr, with a dua that aligns your heart with the divine. Psychologists have found that gratitude-based rituals, especially those practiced regularly in the morning, reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression and increase resilience. In spiritual terms, this is what the Quran called a heart at peace. Surely in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Quran 13:28. The Prophet would begin his mornings with remembrance. This wasn't just religious practice. It was a mental, emotional, and spiritual reset. When you begin your day with the morning dua, you're telling your body, your mind, your soul, I know who I belong to. I know who controls my risk. I trust the path ahead. And that changes everything. Have you noticed a difference when you start your day with Dhikr or Quran? Drop a heart if yes. How to recite it with presence. It's not just about the words, it's about presence. Don't rush this dua. It deserves your calm, your stillness. Try to recite it early, just after Fajr if you can. Do wudu, face the Qibla, and find a moment of solitude, even if it's just a corner of your room. Breathe deeply. Let every part of the dua settle into your heart. When you say, Anaka antalahu la ilaha illa anta, reflect on who you're speaking to. Because if your heart is in it, the transformation begins instantly. Even one sincere whisper is more powerful than 100 rushed repetitions. Do you want a short guided voiceover for this dua? Say, voice please in the comments. Testimonials and recent stories. Sometimes the most powerful proof isn't a lecture or a study, it's the voice of someone who's lived it. Across the world, hearts are turning toward this dua as a lifeline, a grounding force, a connection to something eternal. Here are real voices, shared in comments, videos, and quiet corners of the internet, speaking to how this morning dua is shaping lives. Gaza, faith in the fire. A sister in Gaza, Layla, shared via Telegram. We wake up to the sound of drones and the smell of dust in our kitchens. But every morning, before I even check if we have water or bread, I say this dua. It's what keeps me sane. It's how I know I'm still alive inside, even when the world outside crumbles. Even as bombs fall, her tongue chooses remembrance. That is faith that does not flinch. Germany, a revert's anchor. Aliyah, a 27-year-old revert in Berlin, found herself spiritually overwhelmed after becoming Muslim. So many new concepts, so many Arabic words. She felt lost. Then someone shared this dua with her on TikTok. It was like a rope dropped from heaven. This dua helped me build a relationship with Allah that no book alone could. It made me feel seen. Now she says it every morning, right after sunrise prayer, wrapped in a hoodie and tears. India, stability through surrender. A father of 3 in Mumbai, working 2 jobs, wrote under a YouTube video, I used to begin my day with stress, deadlines, traffic, bills. Now I begin with this dua. Somehow everything still happens, but I'm not shaken by it. I feel protected, like Allah is walking beside me into the chaos. It didn't erase his burdens, but it shifted how he carries them. USA. Healing after loss, Samira, a nurse from Chicago, messaged on Instagram. After losing my mother last year, my mornings became the hardest part of the day, quiet, empty. But this dua filled that space. It became a gentle way to remember that I am still held by Allah, even in grief. That's what remembrance does. It doesn't erase the pain, but it adds purpose to it. Quranic echo, Surah Al-Ankabut. Do the people think that they will be left to say, we believe, and they will not be tested? Quran 29:2. These people didn't start saying the dua to get an easier life. They say it because they know that through dua, they're not walking life alone. Do you have a story of a dua changing your life? Share it below. We may feature you in our next video, with permission. Connecting the dua with purpose dua isn't some magic spell that fixes everything while we sit still. It's not passive. It's powerful alignment, a way to center your heart, direct your energy, and invite Allah's guidance into every move you make that day. When you say this morning dua, you're doing more than reciting Arabic. You're declaring, Ya Allah, I trust you. I'm ready to walk this day with you. Help me speak truth. Help me earn halal. Help me love with patience. Help me endure with grace. This is tawakkul, active reliance on Allah. And here's the secret. When your morning begins with that kind of spiritual intention, your mind sharpens, your decisions align, your goals feel guided. The Prophet said, supplication is worship. Tirmidhi. not part of worship, not before worship. It is worship. And when you do this worship first thing in the morning, you're sending a message to the heavens and to your own soul. Today belongs to you, Ya Rab. Use me well. Maybe your reason for reciting it is peace. Maybe it's direction or rizq, or even just to survive the day with your iman intact. Whatever it is, this dua is a seed. But seeds grow with care, with consistency, with movement. You plant it with your heart, and then you water it with action. Wake up, say it. Then step into your day with the confidence that your Lord is watching, listening, guiding. What's your reason for making dua in the morning? Is it for peace, guidance, rizq? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what this journey means to you. Invitation to daily practice. Challenge change doesn't happen overnight, but it can begin tomorrow morning. We're inviting you to join our 7-day morning dua challenge. For 1 week, start your day with this powerful dua, before the noise, before the stress. Just you, your breath, and your Lord. Here's how it works. Step 1, wake up. Step 2, make wudu, face the qibla if possible, and say the dua with full heart. Step 3, journal how you feel, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Step 4, repeat every morning for 7 days. At the end of the week, look back. Notice what shifted, your mindset, your calm, your focus, the doors that opened or the burdens that felt lighter. You don't need perfection. You just need presence. And we'll be doing it with you every morning. One community, one dua. Type "I'm in" if you'll join the 7-day challenge with us. Let's grow together, one sunrise at a time. Closing reflections plus emotional appeal. As you step into the new day, remember that just turning to Allah is victory in itself. In the midst of challenges, heartache, or uncertainty, Allah is there. He is listening. He is near. He is waiting for your words. The Quran reminds us, "Whoever remembers me, I remember them." Quran 2:152. Imagine that, Allah remembering you. How precious is that? Even if the world feels like it's falling apart, if your lips whisper this dua at dawn, you've already won. Victory isn't in the outcome, it's in the connection. It's in the trust you place in Him every single morning. The dua is a bridge, a lifeline that pulls you from the chaos into calm, from worry into peace, from fear into faith. So take a moment, reflect on His mercy. Let it settle in your heart. Know that each whisper of this dua isn't just words. It's an opening to something greater, a victory beyond the visible. What's one thing you'll do differently tomorrow morning after watching this? Let us know below.